A lot of problem spots, not just over the causeway, but also the Bonnie Carey Spillway, which was closed earlier today and has since reopened.
Yeah, for more on that, let's go to Brandy B. Harris. She is live in studio. And like Randy said, it was just a precaution, but probably the right thing to do in light of what was going on at the causeway.
Gotta agree with you there. And I was watching my traffic cameras to keep an eye of that fog that they said was dense fog that quickly got over the Bonnie Carey Spillway, and they had to shut it down in both directions. Right now it is open. That fog has cleared out. I'm going to show you that in a second. But of course, this is the big talker. The Causeway Bridge closed in both directions, northbound and southbound. And across our area, I'm keeping an eye on the alternate routes that Causeway Police have been telling people about. And again, that would be that spillway where we saw a lot of fog, really dense fog roll in very quickly and just stop all the traffic really quick there on the spillway. Now, these are your alternate routes. You want to take I-10 eastbound to the Twin Span or I-10 west to I-55. That would be going across the spillway to get to I-55. Of course, I'm sure you know that, but let's take a look at it. This is mile marker 212 on the spillway. As I said, about an hour and a half ago, we had some very dense fog over the top of the spillway, and they had to shut it down in both directions. Now, free and clear, green lights for everybody, and of course that we're not seeing any fog in that area. So some progress or improvements being made. This is the spillway area where we were seeing a lot of folks because people were coming I-10 westbound to get onto I-55, and of course the merge from I-55 onto I-10. We saw a considerable amount of congestion, folks having to take LA-51 or US 51, excuse me, in Laplace. But right now, mile marker 212 of the Bonnie Carey Spillway, free and clear. Your other alternate route would be the I-10 Twin Span. Also has looked totally different compared to what we're seeing on this other side. This is at mile marker 256 of the Twin Span, and as you can see, it has been clear blue skies all morning long. I've been looking at these cameras since WDSU News this morning, and as you can see, no fog in that area, no congestion, no delays, no heavy volume on the Twin Span Bridge. So if you're having to take that alternate route, it's free and clear. But this is why. Look at the dense fog. This is one of the first images that I received from the vantage point of on the Causeway Bridge this morning. Multiple crashes, multiple cars, but it's that dense fog that is the big factor there. And of course, as we're going to keep reminding you, we've already been forecasting, or our weather team has forecasted more fog for tomorrow. So you'll want to be aware of that and go ahead and make some travel plans. Make sure you give yourself some extra time. Now, I had a report of a crash on I-10 at Carrollton. As you can see, I'm seeing some heavy delays here. Obviously, this is not a result of the fog or of the Causeway Bridge closure, but I wanted you to see it because it's only 12:06 and I'm seeing some considerable amount of traffic and congestion on I-10 westbound near Norman C. Francis. And of course, I'm going to stay on top of all of this. I'm going to keep a close eye on those alternate routes. And I'm hearing now that there's an 18-wheeler on the Causeway Bridge that could be a mangled 18-wheeler on the Causeway Bridge, and we're taking a live look at it right now. We knew that one of those multi-car crashes involved 18-wheelers, or at least two of them, and this is our first live look at it right now. And again, this has been going on for several hours. We're still expecting the Causeway Bridge to remain closed until maybe 1 o'clock, but the big concern now is looking ahead to tomorrow. So we are so fortunate that none of these crashes resulted in fatalities, but of course we are keeping an eye out for tomorrow and how it could be affecting your commute on Wednesday morning. And with that, let me go to meteorologist Raven Richard for a look at the forecast.